It's very rare in Delhi that we get beautiful, sweeping green vistas like this. And speaking of beautiful vistas, let's check out this lovely morsel from Tata. Yes, it's a Tata Indica Vista. Alright, let's talk about this car. It is stunning, especially considering that it's come from the stable of the people who bought you, the old Indica, which was at best an eyesore. Now, what is it about this car that makes it special? Well, look at it. The whole front design is following that whole European design theme of sweeping rounded fronts and ends. It's got a nice chicken grill front. The Tata logo is right there. It's nothing overly stated, it's not shouting at you, but yet it gives you a feeling that this is something special. The headlights are absolutely exquisite. It's got that whole eyebrow effect happening over there. LEDs would have been nice, but that, of course, pushing your luck. Let's not copy Audi too closely, shall we? All right, lovely sweeping headlights, sweeping back in that archy point over there. You've got this nice little beak on the bonnet over here, just giving that whole aerodynamic effect. You can hardly see it unless you're so close it's run into you. Okay, moving along to the side. Okay, my one grouse would be these tires. I don't like them. They're small, they're weedy, and you know what? For the kind of performance that this car does give, you needed something with a bit more meat on it. It's very, very narrow, and I really could have used some alloys on this, just generally adding to the whole sophisticated appeal of the car. Maybe you can just add them on later once you do buy this car, which is something I would recommend. Along the side here, again, subtle contouring over here, a nice little beaker over here, and going down to a very, very high ground clearance, very important for us, especially here in Delhi where the roads are less road and more Swiss cheese. Okay, so you've got your ground clearance, you've got your nice slab sides over there, and this car is big, all right? It's not short by any standards. Not that I'm that tall. The handles are nice, they're sort of, you know, body colored, nice, lovely ruby paint over here. I don't know what the other models come up with. Around the back, you'll find very little design change. This is where you can tell, okay, I see the Indica connection. The same tall lamps going right up to the roof, and of course, frame slab-sided, but they have given it a bit more of a design cue with a slightly contoured end over here. It made it look nicer, yet they've retained that flavor of the original. Why that was such an important thing, I don't know, but I guess they just wanted the connection. You've got a windshield wiper and a little spray over here at the back, which is a nice step up, nice luxury feel. Of course, you've got your defogger. Everybody's got that nowadays. It's a quadrajet, which means it's the latest in diesel technology. The performance we'll check out later when we actually drive the car, but of course, I can tell you in secret, it's very nice indeed. Okay, so that's the outside taken care of. We'll check out the inside after this story. When you come back, it's a whole new car inside.
Hi, I'm Sandeep, and basically what you see all around me is all old automotive stuff which I've been collecting all over the years. See, all these things which you see around me are basically parts of automotive history, by which looking at them, you know, you can sort of have a very good insight as to how over the years the automotive journey has been. And it's of great interest to me to notice something which, you know, started in 1917 and how it has come till date. It's a great thing, like print ad from the early 1900s. It's something which is like there are a lot of things that are collected. But something like a ad from the 1917 of a Maxwell sedan, and then there are these brochure of AC cars, which even in early 20s, as to how like the British companies were, you know, trying to sell cars to Indians, and they were specifically sending these brochures, and how aggressive the sales were even at that point of time. I like to, you know, sort of collect a lot of printed material which is of that period. It may be an old ad, or it may be something, even, you know, some petrol coupons from the World War II era where the petrol was under rationing and you were issued coupons, or old sale letters or old certificates where, you know, you had to mention the tire sizes and the tires which you had, specifications, because everything was under rationing. So it's a great high and a great this thing about that period and that time, and how the automotive evolution was basically taking place. See, then there's this carbide lamps which used to be from the early 1900s, in which when the electrical system had not come into place and the carbide lamps were being used on the automobiles, so that they were, it's very interesting to see. Then later after 1905 and all, the electrical lamps came into sort of this thing, and then there are these Lucas headlamps, old headlamps, American headlights, which I've been collecting. There are wheel caps. I have, this is the meter which you see here is the Austin Shareline meter, and then I have a Buick Super 8 meter which is absolutely brand new and has not been used ever. It was not even fitted in the car, and it's from like 1940s. So a 0 mileage meter which is still in its original packing is a great feeling to own one. See, these are basically badges, automotive mascots. This is a Lalik mascot, and these are all mascots which used to go on the cars. Of course, over the years they have been discontinued because of various issues of, sort of, if an accident occurs, they could prove to be dangerous. But yes, they used to add so much value and character to the car. It's great to actually sort of see them, and it greatly enhances the look of the car from the front. So it is an honest endeavor on my part if I am able to sort of, show this to as many people as I can, and make it into a small museum or something like that where people can come and have a look. This is basically automotive art, which abroad, yes, people can understand and people sort of aggressively relate to also, but here in our country it's still a very new kind of a thing. So I would honestly be very happy if people can actually come and see and sort of get interested in something like this, maybe in a form of a museum or something like that, so that it can be carried forward.
One of the best things about the old indica was getting out the car. Okay, with that over and done with, we are now inside the new Indica Vista. We are, in fact, IndyCar. And let me tell you what it is over here. First thing you'll notice is the dramatic central dashboard placement, which is an echo of the new Nano design, which I think Ratan Tata has now fallen in love with and decides to put in all his cars. I'm not a big fan myself. Driving-wise, it's not a good idea as far as I'm concerned. Especially, I have a feeling that I'll be blocking the tacho with my own hand when I'm driving. So, yeah, I'm not too happy about that. However, to offset that, we have a lovely music system. Tata has given their own branded double-din system. Now, double-din ordinarily would mean cassette and CD. In this case, it's CD and USB port, which is very cool. So you've got your little memory stick for the music, plug it in, and off you go. You've got MP3, WMA, all taken care of over there, and of course, radio as well. AC vents are as in the old IndyCar down there. I'm not too happy about that. I don't like reaching down, but that's okay. I guess you could just adjust it before you start driving off. Lots and lots of cubby holes. You've got stuff to put everything. You've got a cup holder here. You've got a random little shaped holder there. Of course, here you've got a nice little non-stick holder for your keys or change or wallet or anything else. In the dashboard, again, you've got a huge amount of space and a separate little document pocket, which is very nice because then it doesn't actually take up glove box room, which it does in so many cars, so many more high-end cars. As you can see, the plastic is still on. This is a brand new car, and it shows in every little thing. There's no scratches, no bumps, everything else which just come up later in life. Now for the bad bit. Tata seems to have spent all their money on their designers and engineers, and then they farmed out the actual production to the first person who happened to walk down the road. The finishing on these wonderfully designed implements is horrible. The gear knob has sticky little bits coming out. It doesn't even fit properly. Pity, because it's a lovely design and it feels nice in the hand as well. But they let it down with shoddy workmanship. The switches for the automatic windows are absolutely atrocious. They're something I would expect to find on a low-end toy. They actually feel like they're going to break off in my hand and jab me. What does jab me is a rearview mirror. When you're adjusting it, there are actually sharp bits here which scrape your fingers. It's ridiculous. And it's more than that. It's a pity. It's a huge pity, because otherwise this is such a wonderful car. There's acres of room. It's comfortable. The seats are blissfully comfortable. There's even lumbar support, which is a first on a car of this category. So, all in all, everything balances out. You've got the good, you've got the bad, but I'll tell you what, it's a huge step forward from the people who made that atrocious piece of, they call the Indica. So, new vistas, new horizons, new car, dramatic leaps forward. Very nice indeed. We're going to move now into something a little less happy. we're going to move into Mom. Yes, miles of misdemeanor, where we go out on the roads and we catch people like you, driving like the idiots you are, making stupid mistakes and breaking laws, thinking that we won't see you. We do, we will, now you will. On Miles of Misdemeanors, we celebrate and showcase the monumental morality, the stupendous stupidity, and various other alliterative abuse, which is so aptly descriptive of our traffic denizens. Just for now, let's focus on imbeciles who seem to feel that it's perfectly acceptable for them to drive on whatever side of the road is convenient to them at the time. Yes, these brave pioneers who defy convention, laws, and common sense are everywhere, and in all sorts of vehicles. Some don't even need vehicles. From two-wheelers, who for some reason never give a damn about the rules unless it's to their advantage, to cars being incredibly stupid, like this one. Let's see that again, shall we? See if you can spot his number. Next time you see him, wave, he's a star, but then get out of his way, because he's an idiot. Pedestrians never seem to realize that most of the traffic laws are designed to protect them. Maybe we should save the energy and just stay home. They'll find some other way to kill themselves. Ah well, that's it from Mom, I'm Depressed. You lovely, law-abiding viewers. Drive smart. Okay, the true test of any car is when you drive it. So, got my seatbelt on. Put the car in gear and let's move. All right. Okay, that was smooth. That was interesting. You know what? That was very nice. That, in fact, was unexpected. The normal Tata Indica, when you try to start off, it seems to be asking you, are you sure you really want to do this? This one just says, all right, let's go. Very nice. The gear movement is butter smooth, as is the steering wheel. It's just effortless to turn this thing. As of right now, I haven't come up any bumps, but I do have a speed breaker coming up, so that's a good test of the suspension. That was nice. That was very nice. That was gentle. It let me know that something happened underneath the wheels, but yet it didn't actually destroy my spine. So it was, all in all, a not bad experience. The gear lever, I'll tell you again, feels nice in the hand, and it shifts effortlessly. It's a small little throw, which is very important for someone like me who wants to dream of being in a rally all the time. So I want to think in terms of, sharp, short shifts. Sharp, short shifts. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so if you're going to compare this car to the old Indica, my advice would be, don't. This is no comparison between this car and that one. They're totally different cars. Tata has reworked the suspension, the steering, the gear shift, the powertrain, everything. The turbo kicks in at a lovely time, just when I need it the most, at about 1500, 2000 RPM. I can start feeling the power build up. But I should tell you that, speaking of RPM, as I suspected earlier, the dashboard placement of the tachometer is a problem. In fact, I don't like a central dashboard, all told. We're stopped at a red light now, so I can talk to you instead. Central dashboards are a cheat from a car company that wants to switch between left and right-hand drive for export cars. Yes, it's very nice. I, sitting in India, don't care. I want the dashboard in front of me. I don't want my passenger to know how fast I'm going firstly, all right? It's really none of his business or her business. They can scream quietly when they look at it later. I want a dashboard in front of me so that I'm not actually taking my eye out of the line of sight of the road. Here I'm not only looking up and down, I'm looking up, down, and left again. Not good. Plus, 2 o'clock, 10 o'clock hand driving position, which means I can't see the tachometer. Not a good idea at all. So, what are we going to do? We're going to take a U-turn and check the turning circle. Yeah, not bad. Not particularly brilliant, but then it's not a small car. It's not like a Maruti 800. You can just spin it around on its own axis. This one has bulk and has weight, but yet that U-turn was effortless. Very nice. Okay, again, steering wheel, very soft, very pliant, giving me decent feedback, and that's it. We're going to go to break, and when you come back, there's something new and exciting in store. Wait for that. Bye-bye. Welcome back. Hope you had a nice break. As you can see, we've been busy while you were idling. We changed cars. Now, we've got the Fiat Palio 1.4 Multijet Style. That's a long mouthful of a name. But you know what? It's almost worth it just to take a look at this car. It's a dramatic step away from Fiat's previous styling cues of flat, squat, brute-looking cars. This one is following the now European trend of smooth lines, gently flowing into one another, rounded and aerodynamic. The same, you can see the same thing on the Skodas, you can see it on the Passats, on the Jettas, in all the Volkswagen range actually. Even Fiat is now following that style. It's changed It's changed from the previous one in that it's now got this meshy grille. They're going for the more sporty, muscular look here. Right down here, this whole chicken coop wire thing. It's very nice. It's giving that nice feeling that, all right, they've tried to make the car more dynamic looking. The drive reflects that as well to a certain extent, but the overall styling of this car has changed to a large extent. Even the headlamps, which was one of the nicest things about the previous Palio. In fact, it was the only thing I liked about the previous Palio. They're still nice. They're a little bit fatter than they were. There's still the double headlamps. Now they've gone for this nice chrome finish. Very nice. They've taken away any kind of body cues in the front. There's no alloy wheels. There's no bump over the wheel arch. It's all very smooth and flattened as much as possible. I like the side view mirrors nicely blending into the side. The side indicators are long teardrops, again, trying to accentuate the length of the car, make it look longer, and give a better value for money kind of package feel. In the back, it's nice again, nice muscular, tight, well, dare I say it, a nice tight bottom, which is always nice to see. They've tried to go for the whole Skoda look at the back. The Fabio has a similar muscular, flat slab styling with bulgy tail lamps. It's all nice there. They've given you a rear wiper, which is a nice little luxury touch over there. Again, at the bottom, they've given that rear diffuser kind of look over here, trying to give that whole sporty feel. Now, please bear in mind, this is just for show. As a diffuser, this would not work at all. Why? Because the airflow would not even come close to it and just fly over. But that's irrelevant. They've hidden the rear exhaust pipe very, very well. And, of course, you can tell the massive ground clearance here. It's gigantic, which is very well suited for our Indian roads, big potholes and lakes, what they call, on the roads every time it rains. So, yeah, this car will see you through. So, we wrap that up with some more information that you didn't have. It's called Car IQ, where we find you on the streets and we embarrass you by asking questions you really should know the answer to. It's depressing, but it's fun because I get to laugh at you. Go watch Car IQ. When you come back, more of this in store.
Fiat?
I think
Fiat car?
Tokyo, yes.
No idea. Calcutta? Which countries?
Maybe England or something.
I think it's from America.
Yeah?
शायद अमेरिका की है.
No idea.
Basically, it is from France.
ये बॉम्बे.
Japan.
Fiat? Fiat's from...
एम्बेसडर वालों की है.
No.
I don't understand your question.
Fiat from Italy.
I think from Italy.
Sure, Italy.
It's what Fiat? Italy.
From Italy. Italy?
Italy.
Italy.
Welcome back. I hope you feel suitably embarrassed or ashamed of our Delhi people who know nothing about cars whatsoever. Speaking of which, on the inside of the Fiat Palio, which is where we are, that the Fiat quality really shows up. Their history of design for really spectacular cars, including Ferrari, Maserati, etc., really does come through. You can see it, the color scheme is nice. I mean, okay, we don't always like beige. For some reason, all car makers are in love with the color. But they've minimized the beige by bringing in 2 or 3 other colors. You've got black on your steering wheel, lovely two-tone steering wheel, of course, the Fiat badge standing proud over there. It's a nice design. It feels, well, you know, a little substandard, but it looks good, and that counts for a lot. You've got a nice brushed aluminum finish in the center console, going right down to the AC controls. No climate control. We've got, you know, standard previous centuries design technology of sliding controls and clunky, chunky bits. We could do without that, but you've got a lot of extra little buttons here, which feel nice. They're nice chunky buttons, which I always like. Nice to know that you're actually pressing something substantial. The hazard button is, well, you know, interesting. It's a big lump over there, which is fun. I like the dashboard layout. It's all sort of grey on grey, which is interesting. I love this Veliesque borletti. Again, it's bringing me back to the Italian heritage of this car, which is a nice little reminder when you're driving around Delhi roads that you're in something that has roots in something far more exotic. There is no music system on this car. I suppose you're supposed to add that on later, which until then it serves as a nice place for me to keep my sunglasses, which is all right. The dashboard finishes right about here. There isn't that much information on it. You've got your standard tacho, speedo, temperature, and of course petrol. When it lights up, you've got your other hazard lights as well. So that's about it. Let's move on to another story, but I would like to just tell you that the gear shift is extremely interesting. You've got the standard forward first gear and reverse on the back right, but when you press the clutch, you then have to raise this button to put it in reverse, which is unusual. In fact, I haven't seen this in any other car. Well, you know, whatever makes them happy, as long as their designers had something interesting to do in the afternoons. Interesting? Yeah, you know what? It's nice. It feels nice inside. That's all I can say. Why don't you catch up with our next story, and then we'll get on to the real business of car testing, which is the drive. So when you come back, we'll be driving this car.
Hi, my name is Amit, and I'm the owner of a chopper company called Deadly Choppers. Started a year and a half back with the thought of creating exclusive bikes for people who wanted choppers and American choppers but couldn't get their hands on them because of the price or of the availability. Since my teen years, I've been a bike lover, and as I grew up, I always wanted to create things on my own. And then me and my friend, my partner Gurpreet, we got together and we created our first bike, which was a huge success with people. Everybody liked it. So with this, we've just taken a 2005 Electra's engine and we created the whole of the chassis on ourselves with a huge 170 rear tire. And we've chopped the front with a wider forks. We've created this skull with very strong halogens in the eyes as headlights. A wider handlebar, foot tugs ahead, and very beautifully we've given it a V-twin engine effect. We've given it this has a monoshock which is quite comfortable on the bumps also. This is not at all uncomfortable while you ride, as the general perception is choppers are long and they're uncomfortable to ride. And it has a rear disc with the chain sprocket all together in one. So it's a piece of engineering as well as a piece of art which you ride. Our range starts from 30,000, goes up to 3 lakhs, and all out and out Deadly chopper with all the fancies will cost you around 3 lakhs rupees. And time we take is somewhere between 2 to 4 months, in which your every concept that you will tell us. We work as a team actually with our clients, and we just sit on the table, take your ideas, give you ours, and create whole concept of a chopper. Down the years, I see Deadly Choppers is a huge, big company, a chopper company with all the youngsters riding them. As it is, today's youngsters have a bigger pocket, and they see anything they like, they buy it. So Deadly Choppers has, of course, a bright future, and with all the work that we are doing and the people appreciating it, it'll be a huge success one day.
Choppers to me represents my riding style, my attitude, and what I do in life. These beauties are major head turners when I ride it on the road, and it's a pure pleasure to ride them. This creation of ours is based on an old school concept with the front springer on, the rake is extended. The tank is pretty much what we used to have in back in the US in 50s and 60s. And everything stretched to look like a Deadly chopper.
मैं गुरप्रीत सिंह, मैं डेडली चॉपर में अपना टेक्निकल डिपार्टमेंट हैंडल करता हूं, और जितने आप कर्व्स और एक्सेसरीज वगैरह देख रहे हैं ये हम अपने ये शॉप में बिल्ड करते हैं. जितने कर्व्स, पेंट जॉब, जितना भी है वो हम अपने ही डिपार्टमेंट में मेकओवर करते हैं.
I just been to my shop. This is my partner Gurpreet, and this is what we do, creating custom motorcycles. Thanks for coming to Deadly Choppers. I hope you enjoyed what all you saw. See you guys soon.
Now we're driving the Fiat. Why? Because it's the part of the job I like most. Right. Straight off the bat, very short ratio gearbox. Why? Because it revs very high, very quickly, and feels sporty. It's noisy, but it feels sporty. The steering wheel feels competent. I'm not a great fan of fake rubber, but having said that, it's not a bad feel. I'm far more involved in the road turning process. There's a lot of body roll when you turn the car, and speed bumps are dealt with in an efficient manner. It's not that I can't feel them, but they didn't hurt, which is nice. The old Fiat Palio made you feel far more involved with the road, because you could feel every single bump, every lump on the road. If you drove over a coin, you could tell if it was heads or tails. But this one is a little bit more refined. Power delivery is smoother. It's not slow at all. It picks up pace as you go along. It's gathering momentum, which is strange because it's not such a heavy car, but yet you're getting that feeling of a lot of weight behind you, building up and pushing you forward in a titanic thrust of torque. Yes, that's my poetry over and done with for the day. This car is a lot more involving to drive than its predecessor. The seats, not so comfortable, I gotta tell you. I need a lumbar support. And they've got this strange angle in the middle which is forcing my back down lower than my knees, which is really never a good idea for someone with a weak back. If I was to judge this car on sheer driving experience, I would say it's average. Honestly, not much better than that. It's powerful, it's got that nice throaty growl to it when you press the accelerator, but it's giving you that growl if you're not trying for it, which is not a good thing. That means that I can't have a leisurely, relaxed drive because it's trying to tell me, hey, look, I was raised as a... Oh my God, that U-turn. It takes forever. And the turning circle is huge for a car of this size. I actually had to doubt whether or not I was going to kiss the curb. It's not very nice. There are rattles, there are vibrations. It's what I would expect from the Palio, not the new one. So I'm not too happy about that. However, on the plus side, it does make me feel like I'm driving fun. Yeah, it's involving. I can feel that engine trying to push me forward. I can feel it saying, yes, push a little bit harder. It's a little bit more fun as you go down the accelerator rev bands. Nice. You know what? I'm going to enjoy this drive a bit more. I'm going to drive around the city, get a more in-depth feel. Okay, that's my excuse. I'm just going to have fun driving this car around. So that wraps up this episode. More than that, it wraps up one full year of Motormouth on NDTV Metro Nation. It's been great and I hope you've enjoyed it. Please don't forget to write into me and tell me how much you've enjoyed it and to wish me a happy birthday. That would be really nice. So write in at metronation@ndtv.com. And until next time, goodbye. Drive safe, drive smart.